Hey guys, Jay here. Sorry about that, I just got back. I don't know what my brother-in-law has been doing the past 4 days, but he come over here with 2 folders full of pictures, still pictures from the, what do you call that, the police meetings and stuff, the town halls, everything. Pictures of Kiely, pictures of Sammy. He had circles drawn on Sammy, had footnotes all over the pictures. And he showed me one picture in particular, the one of the party where the fight was happening. He said, "Now tell me something." I said, "What?" He said, "When you were in high school and a fight broke out, how many kids were wrapped around that fight?" I said, "Generally, everybody was there." He said, "Exactly." He said, "Look at all the more people that are here." He said, "So I don't believe there was 200 to 300 people at that party." He said, "I believe she was taken there, and they did what they did to her, and that was it." But he got pictures of her mother. He got, holy cow, I don't, like I said, he must have went through gallon ink and his printer. But he also got thumb drives. He typed out what he thought happened, and here's the good part of it. When he was a captain in the Maryland Police Department, or it was the County Police Department, he has a friend that works up there in homicide, also works on cold cases. So he wrote all them footnotes and everything, and he said he believes it's a cover-up. Another thing he looked up with the affluent people there, 98% of them are Democratic donors, which if you're Democrat, no offense, but it's basically a Democrat area. Well, all California is. When they said about Jagger being in Napa, Napa's a rich area. So that's what he said. There's no reason they should have got that mad when AWP found him. He said there's no reason AWP should have had to find him. He said, "I don't care if that water was 2 foot higher than when they found him." He said they weren't looking. They knew where she was at. But he took that stuff, he took it to FedEx, he's overnighting it up to that homicide detective. But I asked him what difference that would make. And he said, well, he got the police database he can go through. He said, I can't. So he said, we'll see what happens from there. He said he'll look into it and try to find out what he can. But Ed said he believes the FBI, all of them, stepped down and stepped away from it. And he said they're going to keep it open long enough, then they're just going to close it and make it, or just make it a cold case. So he said if they close it, they got to release the information to the public. So they're not going to close it. But that's why he put in that FOIA request. So he's just taking it a step further. He's sending that stuff up to him, letting him look into it. He can log into the police data bank, see what he can find out. So hopefully we get some answers. But my brother-in-law seems to think she was drawn to the party, she was murdered. And he also said about the bottle of perfume, about that Nick, the tow truck driver. He said, well, the things he's seen in the vehicle was one bottle of perfume. He said, but when he found the vehicle on the bottom of the lake, it had beer or whatever them drink cans were and everything else. He said, why would you have one bottle of perfume? He said, unless you had a dead body laying in the back. So he said, I don't know. He said, I'm going to give it to him, let him go through it and see what he can figure out. He said, He said, I went through everything. I printed everything off, watched everything. He said, that Sammy. He said, I watched her at that microphone with them cops stand behind her. He said, if she would have done that in Maryland, she would have been arrested right on the spot. He said interjecting herself in the investigation and instructing the police. He also said about SF. He said he interjected himself. He said, what the hell is all these people interjecting themselves into it for? So, Tony Dodge, Xana May, he watched all that crap. I mean, he got a ton of pictures, so we'll just have to see what happens. But anyway, I hope you're all doing good tonight. Debbie, I'm praying for you. I hope you're doing all right. Sylvia, I just seen you commented on here. I'll give you a shout back. But I pray everybody's all right. I gotta get going. I got a couple things to do outside. It's pouring down rain outside right now, so. But once I get done with that, I gotta get in a shower. And then maybe make another video later if I hear from my brother-in-law again. But he's overnighting that stuff up to the police department in Maryland, so should be hitting that homicide detective desk in the morning sometime. But alright guys, well, I'm gonna get going. God bless, love y'all. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye bye.